The mic drop.
Beat me up, Scotty.
The mic drop.
That man is a product of a poor environment. There's absolutely nothing wrong with him. I can prove it.
Of course, there's something wrong with him. He's a Negro.
Why are you trying to beat me up? Why are you trying to murder me? I want to be very, very clear. The language by which we talk about sex in Black communities is disturbing.
Shut up, bitch!
I don't know. I want him to murder the police.
Now, you know, I think it's like when you have really good sex and it's called beating up the pussy, like this whole area gets really swollen and fat and it hurts.
Yeah, no, I get that.
So that's like the beat up.
Listen. Aggressive sex can be painful, and I'm okay with that. But we have to stop marketing that as normal sex.
Mic drop. Yo, what's going on with that? Yo, hello. I don't know what's happening with that. Do you hear all that in the background?
I do.
Am I on in somebody's background?
I do.
You got me on in the background? I don't know what's going on with that. All right, then. No telling. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Big Mic Drop. How you doing tonight, Ronnie?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Man, I guess we got to break the ice, man. You know, let's just do that. I don't know what that weird feedback was, man. It's like it's not on anywhere around me, so I don't know what's going on. But how's it going? How's it going this evening?
It's going really well, Mike.
And good. How was your birthday?
It was really good. And I want to tell everybody I appreciate all the love you guys showed me on the last episode that I appeared on. But my birthday was really nice.
Oh, man, awesome, man. You know, that's no problem. You know, that's what we're here for. Support.
It was good. I'm a year older. That's a blessing.
Miss Amber said, hey. Oh,
hey,
man.
Girl.
Matriarch in the building. Early. Yeah,
Hey.
Let's get it, man. This is going to be an interesting conversation tonight, man.
Very.
And I don't know whether to jump into it or just ease my way into it. It's some things going on in the world that I'm like, we kind of need to talk about.
Right.
But I don't know if I want to talk about Prince Andrew being stripped of all of his royal titles and military shit, and then start talking about beating up pussy after that, because he's in some deep water. You know what I'm saying? So maybe,
I'm so sick of the royal family.
Hey, man. Man, for real though. Like I said, this ain't no gossip show, but you know the trending topics are very they're telling about what the way of the world is. So I'm gonna be honest, that queen, man, she ain't no joke.
She's not.
She ain't no joke, man. She's not playing with that. You're not getting ready to embarrass the royal family any more than they've been embarrassed. They've taken some major blows, some major PR blows these last few years. So, you know, I don't know, man. Prince Andrew's out. He's going to have to defend himself as a public citizen.
I thought she had already done that to him.
I'm sorry, private citizen. Huh?
I thought she had already done that to him when he went to the military and they were angry that he joined the military. I thought she had kind of like.
No, you know which one I'm talking about, the old one, her son.
Oh, him. Okay, all right.
The sex, the Ghislaine Maxwell and the Jeffrey Epstein dude.
She need to let her kids live their life. How you gonna? I mean, I understand her reprimanding them, but you can't strip me of who I am. I'm royalty, so I'm royalty. I may be an embarrassment to you, but what gives her the power to strip people of who they are?
She's the queen.
I think they're gonna do something about that whole. I don't think they're gonna be empowered that long. I think they're gonna restructure all of that eventually. Well, because that's an antiquated form of government. I don't think they have as much power as we think they have in government.
Shoot, I don't know, man. England's a very powerful country. And
it's a powerful country.
She's powerful.
But don't they have another form of government besides the queen? Don't they have like a prime minister or something else that really makes the decisions?
They have a parliament, yeah.
A parliament, okay.
But when it comes to the Queen of England, it's like 30 or 40 countries, maybe even is up to 50 countries that still claim allegiance to the queen. Like if you go to the Caribbean, all of those countries still basically claim allegiance to England, you know, Dutch or the Netherlands. Who else is still has, you know, colonies out there. So I think the only people that really lost it was Spain. They're
She's too much.
So the Queen of England is probably the most powerful person besides the Pope in the world. So yeah, she could take away who you are.
And you foresee that being forever, that they're going to be in this type of power, that particular family?
Nah, because I think once she's gone, I think that the popularity is going to wane.
Yeah, it's going to decline.
So, yeah, it's going to decline. I don't think that she's going to be, you know, I don't think that anybody's going to really be able to replace her. Charles doesn't have the popularity. He will become king, but he doesn't really have the popularity. His queen consort, what's her name? Camilla, you know.
She hasn't really groomed anybody. She hasn't groomed anybody in her path.
Well, you don't really have to. It's a birthright with them, so.
Yeah, it's a birthright, but you still have to groom a person. Like, even with your kids, you're always going to have that one that you kind of like give a little bit, not intentionally, that you kind of that mold them more to how you are.
Right.
Even if you don't do, not a favorite, but it's always that one that you kind of put a little bit more into.
Yeah, but it should have been Charles, but you know, he was busy faluting around with Camilla, you know.
I see you perfected your English accent. I can't even do it.
I don't even know, man. I don't even know. So we got some vaccination news tonight. For the vaccination, the Supreme Court overturned Joe Biden's what was it saying that the jobs could mandate that you disclose your status. So they've overturned that. The Supreme Court overturned that. Joe Biden can't pass out right now. He can't pass out right now. He can't get shit passed. How do y'all feel about Joe Biden? And that's one of the questions for tonight before we get into the beat the pussy up. Because we got to talk about that. We got to talk about beating the pussy up. We have to. But a question for tonight that I'm going to put on the table. Should we impose age limits on politicians? Should Joe Biden even be in office? Should anybody be in office over 70 years old? And I will say this. There's an age limit for when you can get into office or run for office. So why are they discriminating against young people if we can't then turn around and use that discrimination against old people? Ronnie, what are your thoughts on that? What do you think?
My thoughts are if they impose that on the president, then there's going to be age discrimination across the board. And like we were saying the other day, I don't know if it was on the show, if I was speaking to somebody else, there was like this old lady working at McDonald's and she was like in her 70s because she had no choice, no kids, no nieces, no nephews, nothing. So if you tell the president they have to stop at a certain age, that's going to tell other corporations that they can tell that to their employees.
They need to.
So it may make it bad for a lot of people. But what about those old senior citizens that really have to work? Not they don't want to, but they have to.
Can you go to the
make
VA and get a job at 70 years old?
No.
Can you go to any government facility and get a job at 70 years old? We can't.
You
even
have
do
a
it.
point.
We can't even do it.
Not a government facility.
So why in the hell should you be able to be the president over 70 years old? Take your ass home.
But if you say that to the president, you got to, corporations like McDonald's are going to say that to people. All these other places are going to feel like they can mandate people.
We don't even want no old ass hamburgers. So yeah, McDonald's, I'm cool with everybody doing it. Age limits. Nobody want no old ass hamburgers.
I would feel bad if somebody really needed a job and couldn't get it because of their age.
Hey man, look, it's places you can go to Walmart, be a greeter. There's plenty of things you could do besides be the president of the United States or a politician. If so, then why can't you do it at 21?
That's true. You haven't reached the maturity level.
At 21. Yeah, but you've surpassed your maturity level at some point in time, and we don't know when people go over the edge. I think Joe Biden is over the edge.
Because they do say once you get older, you kind of regress like back into a second childhood.
Yeah. You know, once a man, twice a child. That's what they say.
I don't think he's quite at that point. I don't think he's that old yet.
Man, that nigga like Mr. Burns off The Simpsons. Smithers.
He doesn't look very healthy, very frail, but I don't know if that's affecting his mental capacity.
Yeah. He got something going on those stairs. He not firing off like he used to. Amber says Joe Manchin is working to block the voting rights bill. No, actually, Kristen Sinema, the Democrat from Arizona, blocked the voter rights bill. She blocked it. In which case, I don't understand why they keep telling black people we can't vote and we keep believing that shit. I mean, when are we gonna get it, dog? We can actually vote. We can vote. If you get an ID to drive, you get an ID to buy liquor, you get an ID to do all this other shit, you can go vote. You can get ID to go vote. So I don't understand the narrative that they're pushing on us like black people can't vote and all we need to vote for is the right to vote. We keep voting for the right to vote. Oh, if you don't vote for us, you ain't gonna be able to vote. What the fuck? What's going on here? There's already discrimination. You can't get a job, any other job at 70. No, you cannot. And then you become 77 and you're going to be the president. Fuck out of here. I hated that when they even picked him in the primaries. I actually posted on Facebook that day. The old generation and the young generation, we're going to have a talk about our future. We got to sit down and talk with the older generation about our future.
Well, you know what? He looks very frail, so he may not even see another term. We don't even know. I mean, God forbid. I don't want to speak it into existence, but he doesn't look that healthy. He may not make it 4 years.
He definitely don't need to go for another 4 years. I will say that. He don't need to do that.
Vance say he gone.
He gone. And at the end of these 4 years,
take your little bow tie, get your shit, and get the fuck out of my office. You understand?
Get the fuck out!
Exactly. Hey, Facebook just said my post, they both some hoes, was bad. What's wrong with that, man? Ain't nothing wrong with hoes, man. We like talking about the hoes here on the Big Mike Drop, man.
We're going to invite Joe Biden on the show, Mike.
Yeah. You ain't black if you don't vote for me.
That's what he said.
I did a song about that shit.
But it did work.
That was the night that was the same time frame George Floyd got killed. Like the night before.
Yeah, it was around the same time.
Let that shit ride. You know, and it was just crazy, man. It was crazy. We'll say Dems about to give up the whole government. Absolutely. They're giving up the whole government. They should have just gave the folks that stormed the Capitol the shit last year. I was so tired of hearing that shit. They like, oh, it's like Pearl Harbor or 9/11. No, it's not no 9/11 or Pearl fucking Harbor. It wasn't either one of them.
Did they ever apprehend all those people that they had on film at the Capitol?
Now they got the dude, the leader of the Oath Keepers, and they charged his ass with seditious conspiracy. And y'all can fact check me, but I believe that sedition is the only crime that's not treason. It's treason. But sedition is like a high federal crime against the nation. Somehow they had weapons on the way. It was a bunch of stuff they were talking about on the news. To be honest, I really wasn't listening. But I do know that they got him and they got him on some charges. So, hey, we'll see what happens with that. I personally don't think that they really pursued the thing like they really should. I think it's all cap. I saw some shit the other night on the news. The FBI was going, they were talking about the dude that dropped the pipe bomb at the Democratic National Convention out there that day. And the FBI agent is walking through with the news camera talking about an ongoing investigation. I'm like, this is total cap. This is bullshit. Now, anybody from the hood that's seen any kind of FBI, federal, the way the feds come down on people, the feds don't just talk about open investigations until they ready to strike. Oh, we don't know who he was. They got a dude walking, oh, he's covered up. But if it was a black dude, you would be able to, I know it was him. You see him right here, this little dot on this grainy ass video, we could tell it was him. But now they can't find this dude in the most secure city in the freaking world. You gotta be kidding me.
That's the United States for you.
That's the United States for you. So that's the first question, man. Let me get the blog talk started. I always forget to do that, Ronnie. You be letting me forget, Ronnie.
I'm too busy thinking about this. Tonight's show is sponsored in part by Chewy Lemon Heads.
We need to get the contract. I'm ready.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio. Please enter your host PIN. When finished, press the pound key.
Start your show now. Press 1 to hear important instructions.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds.
Let's go.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And we're live.
Blog Talk Radio.
We're live on Blog Talk Radio. For those of you who are joining us on Blog Talk Radio, this is the big mic drop. And tonight we're talking about beating up the pussy. Beating up the pussy. I just like the way it rolls off the tongue. No pun intended. But no, it's going to be a really adult conversation tonight. And I think we should have it. I mean, they're going on all around us. Our kids are involved in more adult conversations than most adults.
Yes.
Most adults are like, oh my God, don't talk about that. Oh, Jesus, oh my God, don't talk about it. Your kids like, yeah, man, I beat the pussy up.
That's a generation gap.
Oh, yeah. Hey, one little kid told the kid at school, he like, yeah, your mom packed my lunch. She gave me some pussy snacks.
These kids are too much.
Samson,
I don't know where they come from.
Mama said, shut up, bitch.
That's the wrong one.
Now come on in the house and say bye to Charlene and the kids. Fuck them kids.
I can't with you.
Yeah.
Oh man, let's keep dropping bodies tonight. So, who remembers this lady, man? I'm proud of this. Like I bought this a few years ago, and this is like one of my prized possessions. You know, I'm a sci-fi guy. So check that out, man.
I can't see. Who is it? Nancy Drew? Who is it?
Miss Uhura from Star Trek.
Oh, okay.
Like we used to call it Star Trek. It's an air freshener. And I found it at like a Marshall's or something in South Carolina. And I bought it. I'm sure it's going to fall apart one day, but I'm keeping it in the plastic.
That's what I was going to ask you. Is it a keepsake or are you going to use it?
Nah, I'm going to keep it in the plastic. I like to collect little stuff. I got like a Star Wars collection. This is a part of me nobody knows. It's a part of me nobody knows. I got a Star Wars collection. I collect all the action figures and, just little toys. You see my Rosa Parks doll. I just be getting shit.
Collectible items.
So, this is Nichelle Nichols, who was AKA Miss Uhura from Star Trek. The first interracial kiss on national television, this was her. with William Shatner, who just turned 94 and went in space this year. So anyway, says that here on Instagram, a group of supporters of the Free Britney movement was outside the Los Angeles courthouse on Monday demanding that actress Nichelle Nichols' conservatorship ends. Read full story. Didn't read full story. But the Free Britney people, they're not talking about this new Free Britney. This is Britney's after the conservatorship. Free woman energy has never felt better. And there's no nudity in there. Everything's covered up. But this is what Britney Spears wants to do on the internet after the conservatorship. I think we should put her back into the conservatorship. What do you think?
She could have waited. I think she should have waited a little while because that shows a level of maturity. That shows that she didn't think before she acted. I mean, she is an adult woman, so she can do what she wants. But you have to just think about what you're viewing the public and what people already think about you at the moment. So, I don't think it's a good look so soon.
I mean, honestly, man, like, have we ever stopped to think that conservatorships are there for a reason and that courts put these in place for a reason?
Yeah, that's true.
Some people are so self-destructive, and I'm not saying that's with Miss Ahura, but these people from the Free Britney, they didn't have a success story with this. Yes, Britney's free, and Britney's free with enough rope to hang herself. So, I don't want them to do that to Miss Ahura.
Right. But Britney's brand is kind of like Madonna's was. It's kind of based on like her sexuality and being sexy. That's kind of like how she marketed herself. So I'm not surprised that she did it. I just think she should have waited.
Britney's brand is flowers in the attic. You ever see that movie? Britney's brand is flowers in the attic. She was sexy back in like 2000 before the towers fell.
She still thinks she's sexy.
Before y'all got to New York, Britney was sexy. She's
just like Madonna. You see Madonna posted the pictures of her butt cheeks and 50 Cent went in on her.
Yeah, Madonna been beat out though.
But they don't know they are. You have to tell these people.
Yeah, she been beat out, man. Everybody. Dennis Rodman was with Madonna. Dennis Rodman like 6'11". So, that just go on, let you know. And that was a long time ago. So imagine how many more people she's been with since then. Madonna is like a piece of leather in Hollywood.
But they don't know that they're washed up. Once they're washed up, they don't know it because people enable them to think that they're still what's happening.
Yeah. And then the surgeons. So they can always get surgery and, do that and this and that. So let's see, man. Let's get into the studio on here. On the Blog Talk. There we go. So give us a call, man. If you want to answer this question, we got a couple of more questions coming up. But you can also answer the question, too, that we're about to get into, because I want to talk about the topic of today's show, just beat it. Just beat it. I want to show y'all this. But you can call and ask this question. Should we impose age limits on politicians? I'm totally with it. I don't think anybody over, I think about 65, you should be trying to go ahead and take it to the house. Okay, 65, you should be trying to take it to the crib. There's no reason you should have 99-year-olds dying in Senate and leaving their seats open. And, all of this crazy that's been in Senate 50 years. It's no reason in the world. I don't care how much you like somebody.
Right, because at a certain point, we need a fresh outlook on things, a new person.
Well, that's so reminiscent of an oligarchy. You see, these guys will get their districts and stuff like that, and they'll know how to cheat. That's basically what it is. They just learn the game. They learn how to cheat, pander to folks, not do anything, and just hold this position, which is, loaded with benefits, loaded with public benefits and taxpayers' dollars, free insurance, government paid insurance, paid for by you. Where did we do this at?
America.
Where do we do this at? So if you want to call in, 515-605-9708. Call in, answer the question. We're about to jump into the meat of the story because I got to give this chick this work tonight. I got to give her this work. I showed y'all at the beginning, but for those of you who didn't see it at the beginning, we're going to talk about, I wanted to say Dr. Michelle Hope, but she's not a doctor. So I'm trying to figure out really what in the hell is she? Why is she out here? Why does her opinion matter? Why does what she thinks matter? But I'm gonna let y'all determine that.
She's not a medical doctor, or doesn't have a doctorate degree at all.
Man, I think she's a master's degree.
Okay, yes, she's not a doctor then. It's a difference in a master's degree and a PhD.
Yeah. Yeah, she's not a PhD. She is not a PhD. Let me get this thing going. I'm trying to get better, man, but I ain't gonna lie. It's a spiritual word. Yep. All right, let's get it pulled up here. All right, so sex expert, this is on spiritual word. Sex expert says that black people are too comfortable using disturbing language, like I'm gonna beat up that, I'm gonna murder the pussy, to describe sex. Now, she know who she's talking about, right? Do black people beat up pussy? Do black people murder pussy? Come on, man. This is black men. This is black men that she's talking about on the slide. So let's hear it. No pun intended.
Why are you trying to beat me up? Why are you trying to murder me? I want to be very, very clear. The language by which we talk about sex in Black communities is disturbing. We talk about, oh, I'm finna beat it up. I'm going to shoot up the club. I'm going to murder the pussy. Why are we using violent language to describe an intimate act?
Okay.
I don't know. I want him to murder the pussy.
Hey, so I want to stop right there, right? So didn't she give you like the white lady? Like,
yes, she did.
Yeah, why are we trying to do this, guys? Why are you guys so violent? You know, I really didn't like it. It was condescending, and it just was downright not true what she was talking about. Hold on, why am I not on Wi-Fi? Let me get my Wi-Fi going back. Let me get the Wi-Fi going back. Come on,
and she sounds like somebody who has never been told that. She sounds a little bit salty. She wants to be a part of. No man has ever said that to her. And you can tell she's angry about that.
Yeah, but yeah, she's angry about that, and she's like putting it on black people's doorstep. Like, I mean, it's the whole thing is disturbing. But I wanted to show you this part though that was funny to me. So look at how she reacts when the dark girl says that the African girl, I take it, says that she wants to do it. Look at what she does with the little puppet.
Yeah.
Why are we using violent language to describe an intimate act?
Okay.
I don't know. I want him to murder the
pussy. She didn't like that they said that.
She didn't like that they said that. And what she doesn't understand is that what she's doing, I know she wants to get attention. I know she probably wants to come with some kind of new theory or something like that. But what she's doing is putting black people out there as if we're some kind of sexual deviants. And I don't like shit. So, and I'm glad the black sister stepped up and said something. I'm glad she stepped up and said something. But I will say this big stupid ass puppet she got, if your pussy look like that, it's already been beat up. It's already been beat up.
I was thinking she couldn't find a better stage prop.
Yeah, what kind of puppet is that, man? And look how she keeps pinching the lips. I mean, is that not violent sexual behavior? Look, like, you know, she's like when she's talking, she's pinching the lips.
I'm going to shoot up the club. I'm going to murder the pussy. Why are we using violent language?
I don't know. I don't think I ever told Amber, I'm going to shoot up the club.
That don't even have nothing to do with sex. I think she's taking everything out of context. She's just trying to talk about all the stuff that she or black people say that's violent.
Hey, Amber Alert, call in and let us know if I've ever done that. Like, I'm going to shoot up the club.
Tell the truth, Amber. Tell the truth, Amber.
Well, I'll tell you the truth.
That man is a product of a poor environment. There's absolutely nothing wrong with him. I can prove it.
Of course, there's something wrong with him. He's a Negro.
Absolutely. Hey, y'all don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe, man. Hit like, share, and subscribe to the Big Mic Drop channel, man. We're trying to get this channel up over 1,000 subscribers. Things are getting busy right now, man. Things are really stepping up and ramping up. in my personal life and in the business life. How's your business life going, Ronnie?
It's going pretty good.
Good.
I have no complaints. A lot of people have felt like they have declined in what they're trying to do because of COVID. But I think I actually had more time because of quarantining to like focus on my craft.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's gonna come to fruition. We just gotta walk through those doors that are open doors. Absolutely. Also, if you want to support the Big Mike Drop, you can cash app us at $fatigues and fedoras. $fatigues and fedoras. Me and Ronnie got to eat out here in these streets, man. We got to eat out in the streets. I got kids. I got a kid. He's almost grown. Shout out, Che. What's up, man? But
that's
anyway.
when they cost the most when they get older.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, but
somebody drop this fool for me. You disloyal fool ass bitch made punk. Jay! I need my money! Jay!
That's for the naysayers in the critics. Our supporters, man, we appreciate you, man. Shout out to you. Yeah, but anyway, what we got going on in the comment, man? We got like 9 comments. Your boy ain't even been on the comment. Hey, Timo said, shoot up the club. LOL, absolutely. I'm gonna shoot up the club. I'm gonna beat your pussy up. Like, it's really threatening. And I don't think anybody's done that. But I really think she's intellectually dishonest.
She's making that shit up as she go.
Yeah, I really think she's intellectually dishonest because she acts like white women and other races of people don't say the craziest shit while they getting the pipe. It's some crazy shit that's being said. I've seen it on TV. Trust me,
on Pornhub.
I've seen it on a television screen at one point in time. But like destroy my slutty little hole. Really? Is that is that nonviolent? This is being practiced in white communities. I'm being facetious, but I'm being serious. It's really almost a Trojan horse or a backdoor way to try to legislate what's going on in heterosexual bedrooms.
Right.
And I'll say this: she didn't bring up the pussy. Oh, so you could murder the pussy, but not the pussy? If I was the LGBT community, I'd be real upset right now. I'd be protesting. Oh, Michelle.
It's going to be a problem before long because they weren't included.
Yeah, they weren't included. You should include the pussy. You should include the pussy. You want to beat up not me, but anybody that's out here beating up pussy, or has a pussy, you should take offense to this. You're not protected. You're the least protected. It sounds silly, but it's not. Let's finish listening to this clown with this puppet. This is the weirdest shit ever. What's up with all the extra skin? Like,
And where did this narrative even come from? Who even asked her this? Who even cares about this?
Right.
Why is she stepping forward to say these things?
What is this? What's that? What that is?
It does not look like a vagina at all.
Yeah, it's like a little.
It looks like a withered pear.
Yeah.
Or something that doesn't look right.
It looked like them Twizzlers lips. Back in the day.
Which to describe an intimate act.
With some ham.
Okay. I don't know. I want him to murder the pussy.
She was honest.
Oh yeah, come on, man. You already know what that lady thought. You know what the high yellow joint, high yellow joint thought. The high yellow, what a black bitch. You black girls are so. I mean, you can tell she was disgusted. I don't know. All I should say is, Dr. Hope, maybe you should try it sometime. Don't knock it till you try getting that pussy beat up. That's the
problem. Nobody has ever approached her in that way. If they did, she would know it was in a sexual manner. She would know it was nothing of violence intended.
Hey, you better not approach her that way, because her perception of how that approach is like, yo, I'm gonna beat the pussy up.
She's gonna call the cops. If you approach her like that, she's gonna call the cops. She's one of those.
All I should say is she needs to stop hanging around white dudes that think they black. That come out because that's not what black dudes do. Like, oh, beautiful. Hey, V Lane said something that brought up something that I do want to point out though.
What did he say?
Let me get back to it. V Lane did bring up something. The only person I've heard say shoot up in the club was Charlemagne. Yes. So let's talk about Michelle Hope and Charlemagne, because that's the first place I've seen Michelle Hope was on Charlemagne's Breakfast Club. Interviewing with them, talking and laughing and giggling up with Charlemagne, and we already know what Charlemagne is alleged to have done. To whom? At what age? But she real silent and ain't got nothing to say on that. That's why I can't really rock with the messaging. And I'm glad that those sisters, what was the name of that show? 8 at the Table. I'm at least glad they were honest and said that, you know, made it seem like they didn't join into the narrative of making us seem like animals.
Right.
You know, because that's really what she was trying to do, was paint the black man like some kind of animal who's just, you know, out here, you know, murdering pussy and shooting up clubs and shit like that, like some hyper masculine animal. And that's a bad narrative, man. That's how they started lynching us back in the early 1900s.
And like you said, some non-colored sexual intercourse has very, like what you just said earlier. What they call it, what you say they say on the topic.
Oh man, the title. Destroy my slutty little hole.
Yeah, that's just as bad.
Use this stick. They talk crazy, man. You know what I mean? They talk real. Get in there, like I mean, you know. I've heard all of it. Man. People say some weird shit when they out there doing it. I'm not trying to be in anybody's bedroom, but stay the fuck out of mine too. That's all I'm saying.
Cause what does it have to do with her?
Nothing. I just really think she's trying to find a lane, and I think the only lane that a lot of these coons is what I like to call them. I like to call them coons. The only lane that they like to fall in is the lane of aiming towards soft targets. And the softest target in the United States is the black man right now. I hate to say it. Black women, y'all actually got it better than us.
For once in our lives.
Yeah, y'all did it. Let's give them a hand.
We overcame. We have overcome.
Y'all left us behind. Ronnie.
What should Jordan of Truth say? Ain't I one?
Barely.
Ain't I one? That what you said?
I don't know. Is you?
Ain't I a woman?
Hey, Trill Hands Boxing Team said, I want to know who gave her the rank of sex expert, because she didn't look like she don't look like she got dudes coming back for a rewind. No,
that's why she feels that way. Nobody has ever been that into her to say something so aggressive and to let her know that they want her like that.
I wish I had a ham sandwich where I'd be like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I'm sure she spends a lot of time with that damn Rose. And that kind of pulls us right into our next topic. It's a very serious topic, man, because I'm just going to go on and put it out there. What's up with the masturbation culture? Why are women why is this stuff being pushed on women? I mean, I can't look through Instagram without seeing that fucking rose that got water on it. I don't know whether the water come out the rose or you know, I don't know how it works. They should demonstrate on IG, but it's just this rose with a tube and these different devices. And it's just device after the device after device. If you look on your timeline, especially these the Jasmine brand or these female oriented sites, they are pushing sex toys heavy on women. Replacements for men.
I believe Candy Burris started that movement with her. What's her Candy, whatever it is, her little thing that she has with all the sex toys.
You know,
They pushed that for a while.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with a woman's sexuality. Don't take it as if I'm some kind of Pentecostal pastor or something trying to, you know, I'm not. You know, I ain't finna start speaking in tongues on you. But all I'm saying is, why does anything a woman want to do sexually, that could be okay, but then men are, you know, especially heterosexual men are meant to, you know, made to be shamed for what they want to do. You can't even talk dirty to a chick no more, according to Michelle Hope. I think
because that's violence.
Michelle No Hope. Michelle No Hope. Yeah, that's her new name, Michelle No Hope. And I know she probably got that puppet made after her own. And if you look like that, yeah, I see, you know, brother's gonna be out on that.
She would have felt better going to like a school supply store, to a biology store, somewhere where they get like nursing dummies and getting a real vagina. Because that what she just showed was horrible. Was not good.
She stole it from Sesame Street set.
Looks like she probably made it.
At home, yeah. Sewing class.
Yeah, because that was not good.
Yeah. You know what she's not at home doing? She's not at home. She's not at home getting her pussy beat up. We know that. So, you know. Shots. Trill Hands Boxer says, and that puppet looked like one of those puppets from the Cosby Show when Bill had a bad dream, talking in the elevator pad.
Wow. It looked like something horrible.
Man. Hold on one. Damn, I had to clear my throat. Let me clear my. You know, that song is the biggest trick of all time, because it comes on, and I'm not gonna lie, the first time I even heard it, I felt like I just had to go to the dance floor with everybody else because that's what everybody else was doing. So that shit automatically became a classic because they packaged it as an old song, but it was a new song.
Right. It's still a classic.
Yeah, they used to play that on 93 BLX back in the day when they were doing the little traffic and shit. Yeah, don't go down Spring Hill ever. Look, there you go. Single father says, subtract the man, add a toy, and next comes lesbianism. Let's talk about it. Let's go there. Let's go there. If y'all want to call in, man, I'm about to get rid of this question, and we're going to go with the next question. And like I said, this isn't attacking women. It's not attacking their sexuality, but this is just really telling the truth. And I'm going to put up a post from a lady I follow on IG. Lil Jen drinks beer. Lil Jen drinks beer.
That's her IG name?
Yeah, that's her IG name. Lil Jen drinks beer. And I think it'll pop up on here. But she always has the funny shit. But she put up something that I thought was interesting, because I'm like, man, this shit is true. And we almost went for it, especially dudes that were raised in the 90s and early 2000s like myself. We almost went for this. We almost took on the moniker of dogs and were made to feel sorry because, you know, whatever. We were sowing oats or whatever we were doing. But she put this up. This is genius. Men will fuck anything. Also women, cucumber, shower head, big master microphone, Pete Davis.
Oh, Pete.
Hey, man, for real, but it's true. It's true. Are y'all trying to replace men? I know you're not, because, I mean, you're married, of course, but, you know, I guess you could speak for the other side. I'm married as well.
I don't think women are trying to replace men at all.
What do you think they're trying to do? What do you think is trying
to do? I don't think there's an agenda behind that. People have been masturbating since the beginning of time, and that is something that is normal. Even little kids don't know that what they're doing. Like, even you'll see 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds kind of like humping on teddy bears and stuff. They don't know any better, but that's something that's natural. Like, why it's a big deal and why all these sex toys are? It's money to be made in the sex industry. Well, so like, even if women didn't have a rose, however many times a week they're masturbating with a rose, it's probably the same amount of times they would have been doing it with their fingers. It's just now people are making money off of these toys.
Right. And women are collecting more and more and more of them. Like, literally, you got people that's just buying sex toys.
Right.
And, you know, I don't have proof of this, but there are numbers out there.
You talking like you got proof.
I don't have proof of this, but I mean, I'm sure if you did some kind of survey, you probably find out that the average woman that's single owns probably 3 to 4.
When I first saw the rose, until I saw it like the third time, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was like remember those little bathroom soaps people used to have?
Yeah.
And it was all different shapes. That's what I thought it was. And then I realized after I saw a lot of guys making fun of it, what it was. So.
Oh yeah, man. And they had a big to do about it where they were saying, you need your oil change, get the rose. You need the snow shoveled up, get the rose. And then some chick did a spoof where she was putting up snow and with the shovel and de-icing her shit with the rose over her face and all that shit. But this is what's happening. This is what's happening though. I'm gonna show you this one too. And we did this one last week, but I have to show it again because this is really what keyed me into this whole thing as a concept that we're in trouble.
I think it's like when you have really good sex and it's called beating up the pussy, like this whole area gets really swollen and fat and it hurts.
Yeah, no, I get that.
So that's
all right, sorry about that. Let me get up off of that one and let's go on to this one. So there we go. Let me share this. And I shared this one last week, but I want to just go through this again because this is weird as shit.
Mine is so sensitive and I can't just put anything on it. Ever since I've been using this tap out oil, I have to say, like, it's been amazing. I went from single and lonely and not knowing what to do with myself, fine as I am, clearly, to saying I don't even need a man. And that's just what it is. Tap out oil from Love Below. It's the shit. I'm a little bit too lit and a little bit too happy since I came or had it come into my life. But if I was you, I would try it.
Man, that shit probably contains metal.
So what is it? Is it something that you drink or is it something that you put on your vagina? I don't understand.
That you rub on your vagina, apparently. Tap out oil. This is what's going on. So I'm gonna ask.
What does it do?
I have no idea.
It's supposed to be like a tingling sensation. What?
What single father say here? Chachi wine makes women super. What? What you got going on? I'm every woman I know has a sex toy on God. Yeah. Couple of them. And that, like I said, this isn't to shame people who are chronic masturbators. If you're a chronic masturbator, I get it. You got to do your thing. You got to get it in 2-3 times a day. I mean, whatever you got.
A day or a week, by a day.
At work, in the car during rush hour. But if it was a dude doing this, y'all would swear this nigga was the weirdest motherfucker on the face of the earth.
Well, he'll be picked up for what is it called? Lewd and lascivious acts.
Oh, yeah. You're very lascivious. Yeah, exactly. They're going to be talking about you crazy. I'm going to show this one, though. I'm going to show this one.
Tap out oil.
Tap out oil.
Why do people even hear about this stuff at?
Man, that shit all over social media. And guess who else is on social media? These kids. These kids.
Right. That's the problem.
These kids on social media. That shit's all over TikTok. You can't, I seen one where the girl had the rose and she was vacuuming the bed up with this big wet spot in the bed. And they show this, she like got a wet dry vac on the bed. I know she's trying to be funny. But that's very fucking inappropriate. That's nasty. Change your motherfucking sheets, bitch.
Yeah, just take them all off and throw them in the washing machine.
I'm sorry to even drop that like that. But you know what I'm saying. Change your motherfucking sheets.
And put them in the washer.
Right. I'm gonna start calling you Maxine Waters around this motherfucker. Gotta watch that beating up the coochie. If she screams rape, then doctors can prove that she's been having rough sex. And now you facing charges. They'll put that shit on tape. Daddy put it on tape. Like, is it possible to masturbate too much asking for a friend? And this is from Women's Health in May 15th, 2020.
Yeah, I think it is possible to masturbate too much. I think it is. It can be a problem.
I can see how that could be problematic. Like, you know, from a man's standpoint, we've been told, like, you know, you'll go blind and all this shit.
Yeah, that's your grandparents used to tell you.
Yeah, your grandparents would tell you all that. So we're discouraged from doing that. But now, like I said, the female is encouraged to do that, which is not really, that's not really doing it. I don't think that's taking society in the direction that we need society to go in right now. We need to be laser focused on going the direction. Not saying we got to be perfect, but do we have to be totally reprobate to move forward? Or is that what we're evolving to? Just total reprobate behavior. Speaking of that, though, I'm gonna show y'all this real quick. But yeah, tap out oil, and I'm sure you're gonna find out in the future. You're gonna see one of those commercials where they're saying
it causes cancer.
Oil. Yeah,
and somewhere say people got vaginal and penile cancer from using tap out oil.
Exactly. So look, people, man, y'all got to wake up, man. Y'all got to stop being pervs out here. For real. I mean, like I said, get you somebody. Nobody's talking about diseases anymore. Have you noticed that? Nobody talks about diseases anymore. Now that they got the little pill, the little prep pills and shit, you can just be as nasty as you want to be.
But that's what people thought. That's what people thought before HIV. When people thought they could just be cured from gonorrhea and all that stuff. But once people start thinking that they don't have to worry about HIV, it's gonna be something else that's gonna come out.
Superbug.
Yeah, it's gonna be something else.
Yeah, medication resistant, and that comes from people not doing shit like taking the medication the proper way when they're supposed to take it.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, somebody's gonna be a fool and do it. So I wouldn't fall for the okie doke. And this for any young brothers listening, young sisters as well. This is valuable information to y'all as well. I give it out on both ends. So, but you know, be careful. Start, you know, really vetting people. Don't just be jumping in and out the bed with people, regardless of what the fuck these people on social media are talking about. A lot of them aren't even living like that.
They do it for clout and because they're getting paid.
They're getting paid. Things. But speaking of just, you know, kind of, this was sad to me. Jim Jones.
Oh, yes. You should not have said that.
On the Angela Yee show. And I waited a while to talk about this. This happened over a week ago. But I waited a while to talk about this because this man is a victim.
He doesn't even realize it.
He doesn't even realize it. But I'm going to let y'all see it for yourselves. I'm going to let y'all see it for yourselves.
They have a little sister or a little brother. Yeah. More than they had.
So what did your mom tell you about sex when you were young?
She told me everything about sex.
Like what?
My first condoms, shit like that. My mom told me how to kiss when I was younger.
What did she tell you to do?
She told me how to tongue kiss when I was younger.
Like what's the instructions?
It wasn't no instructions. She showed me with her mouth. Like she
kissed you?
It's my mother.
No, I'm just okay. My parents barely kissed me on the cheek.
No, so my mom she showed me how to tongue kiss when I was younger. Remember, my mom was 17. She's a baby. Look at all the babies that's having babies now.
Sure.
And look how they act with their babies. It's like they have a little sister or a little brother more than they had.
So what did your mom tell you about sex?
You heard it from the horse's mouth.
That's no excuse. I have friends that had kids at 15 years old, much younger than his mother, and they knew better.
You heard it from the horse's mouth. All I say is, let me look at the camera. Jim, you're a victim, and it wasn't your fault, brother. It wasn't your fault, man. But you got to let go of the pain. That shit was not normal, bro. It was not normal. Your response was like it was normal, And Angela Yee looked horrified. She's like, oh my God. Oh. I mean, I think I got a freeze frame of her face. And you know, she got a big face anyway. So it was just like, she looked like
yeah. And then he said, it's my mother. Like, yeah, he thinks that's the right way because that's all he probably knew.
Right. And y'all out here listening to this motherfucker.
I knew someone right the way his mama treated Chrissy on the show. I knew something wasn't right. She was just too mean to his girlfriend.
That might be why you couldn't close the deal, dog. With the woman that proposed to you. Is Jim Jones a son husband? Is Jim Jones a son husband?
And after all these years, they're still not married, right?
Nope.
That's the longest engagement I've ever heard of.
Last question, man. We got a few more minutes. Last question for the night. Call in 515-605-9708. Are women becoming pervs on the low, though? Are they becoming pervs on the low? Are they just going to forego the man and just go straight to the toy? Are you going to get with your girl and she says, I'm not a virgin, but I've never been with a man. I've been with the rose.
That's very possible.
I broke my own hymen.
In the future, that's very possible to hear.
It happens. It's already happening. I've heard of stories like that, of girls that actually took their own virginity for masturbating. Wow. Without giving, I'm not going to put that out there, but yeah, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. If you ever dealt with teenagers, you know it, male, boys and girls, you know it. And it's only getting worse because there's so much access to it. Like even back in the day when we were younger and coming of age, I would say the difference is you had access to it, but you really didn't have access to it. There had to be a tape.
Yeah, you had to be sneaking around and find something and watch it when no grown-up was around.
Right. There had to be a tape or stay up and watch Cinemax. Cinemax used to go hard back in the day. Yo, we got a caller on. 786, you on a big mic drop?
Man, you know who it is?
Yo. Man, we got Sean Turner. Trill hands in the building. What's happening, man?
What's up, dude? Hey, man, I've been on the tech, kind of just roasting, man.
You've been roasting. I know.
This shit is crazy, man.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on it, man?
Oh man, I just hate the fact that why we got to be the face of all weird shit.
Yeah.
I swear.
They're making the black man the face of all that weird shit.
But I'm glad it was a black woman that corrected her.
Why we got to be the face of all weird shit?
Yeah. I don't know. I wish I could tell you.
This shit ain't normal, man.
No.
At all.
No, it's not.
I made a joke about women beware of the Android hoe.
Yeah, the androids come to Ex Machina.
The Android hoe is coming.
Yeah, the Ex Machina, man. Soon as you can find a way to come in it without getting electrocuted, I guarantee you the technology's coming in the metaverse. Yo, we got another caller.
When they made the Android hoe all moist, mellowy, and soft, and wet, and interactive. Hey, I don't know, man. These dudes weird. They might go with it.
Oh, they're going to go with it, dog. Hey, we got another caller on the line. I'm going to bring them in. 214. Who we got? 214. You on the big mic drop. Oh, shit.
Oh, my bad. This single fathers, man.
Single fathers, man. What's happening, man? Yeah, I hear you, man. You on with me, Ronnie and Trill Hands. Dallas in the building. What's happening, man?
Man, just checking you out, man. This is my first time calling your show.
Yeah, man. It's good to have you on too, brother. Thank you. Blessings to you.
Already. you put out the question, are women becoming pervs?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say yeah. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
I'm a millennial, I guess you could say. I graduated high school, class of 2001.
Okay.
And I remember when I was growing up, I used to, matter of fact, I went to high school with a teacher, a male teacher, that was on the low. He banged a couple of the girls up there at the school.
Right.
But I think time is changing because you look at the news, you see more women doing it now.
Absolutely.
I think they just had a story out of Florida. A black teacher. I think she was like a substitute.
Yeah.
She got in trouble because she was messing around with like a 15-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Young boy.
And the video came out. I think the video made it to IG or something like that. Oh, the video was on Snapchat. Yeah. It was on Snapchat of them having sex. Yeah, I saw that. Pretty homely looking thing too.
And the thing is, bro. My bad. I wasn't trying to cut you off.
No, go ahead. I just said she was pretty homely looking as well. But go ahead.
Yeah, my thing is this. Since I've been growing up, they always said women or girls mature faster than boys, right?
Right.
They do.
So why you got these 20-some-year-old women, 30-some-year-old women that get around these high school boys and they just drop their drawers? Like, come on, you supposed to be a grown-ass woman. You're supposed to be able to go get a man your age. Why can't you?
Right.
Why do you feel the need to go mess with these teenage boys?
Because they're perverted, man.
You hear grown women all the time. You hear grown women all the time say, I need a man. I need a grown man. I need a man with this. I need a man with that. Then why are you fucking on this 15-year-old boy then?
Right. Making him a victim.
Is she a pervert?
Making him a victim.
Yeah, making him a victim. And black women don't say nothing about it.
Yeah, that's a sickness. Yeah.
But if you put your hands on a little girl, oh man, the whole world gonna know.
Yeah, I asked that question about Angela Yee. Say that would have been Ariana Grande on there, whatever the girl name is, and she said that her dad taught her everything about sex and taught her how to tongue kiss. They be trying to press charges on that motherfucker, man.
They sure would.
She didn't say anything.
You know the Me Too movement. You know the Me Too movement gonna come after him.
Right.
You know it.
Right. They almost they fell short of agreeing with him, even though you could see the horrified looks on their faces. They probably didn't know he was going there, but there was not a strong rebuke of that behavior. Nobody stepped out and said anything. And Angela Yee, I know for a fact, will try to coach a woman into saying she was taken advantage of.
Right.
If that was the case. So, I think it's dishonest.
Yeah, but how many of our young boys get taken advantage of? You know what I'm saying?
And they don't say anything because they feel proud about it. They probably discuss it amongst their friends, but they don't like it.
Back in the day in high school, we didn't say nothing.
Right.
And I'm going to say this.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I had a homeboy.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, it's a little delay. Go ahead.
I was saying, one of my partners back in high school, I knew he was knocking down one of the teachers. This is on everything I love, man. For real.
Right. I had one of those homeboys too.
Hey,
in
Mike.
my school. Yo.
Mike.
Yo.
Mike at LaFleur in that bar. You know what time it was over there, but the thing about it was we just ain't never snitched like these young dudes doing.
Right.
I don't know how they getting the information. I don't know how these people getting out of it, but back then, hey, we all knew that homeboy, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, that got with the English teachers,
right?
The history teachers. If you want to graduate, you got to come get some in-house tutoring.
Right.
We all knew, and we knew what happened when they went to them teachers' houses. But back then, ain't nobody say nothing.
Y'all didn't have access to social media to put it out there either. So
and let's just keep it a buck too. All of our teachers looked like shit when I was coming up.
They were old.
They were old.
Yeah, they ain't looking that fine.
I mean, our teachers weren't fine, so it wasn't like
you know we trying to scared to mess with you because they said you were jailbait.
Yeah, I mean they were old. You know, we came up with the people that were on the end of their 30 years, and then you start getting a bunch of 22-year-old girls who and I would say that as far as evolution is concerned, that may have been true that women matured faster than men back in the day, but I think it's totally untrue now. I think women have evolved past maturing faster than men.
Yeah.
We got Adam Jackson in the building. Yeah, I think we've evolved past that, man. See, this is what we're allowing to happen, and we're allowing the narrative for women to constantly change and evolve. So a woman back in the day, you couldn't be a hoe and think you deserved a dude and to be married. You couldn't be a hoe and go sit in the front of the church with your 4 kids. You know, now this can happen.
Yeah.
And so it has actually started making their behavior a little bit retarded.
Yeah.
Especially the younger generation. I mean, it's just and I'm not shitting on young folks. There's a lot of smart young people out here that aren't doing these things. But that generation right after us, yeah, that 30-something generation, they're not as mature as the 40-some generation it was as teenagers. So, you know, but they want the man's position.
Man, they look at home as fashionable, man.
You say what?
They look at hoeing as fashionable.
Yeah, it's fashionable until somebody got their hand in your shit talking about, why you want to beat me up? Pinching the lips. Like, why you want to beat me up? Nah, man, but
hey, I'm gonna add something too. You know, nowadays, you know, with cell phones and smartphones, there's a lot of prostitution going on.
Right.
Yeah.
You have a lot of women. You have a lot of women that's, especially in schools, you got young girls pimping on other young girls, turning other young girls out, making them go catch dates. You feel what I'm saying?
Bruh, it's crazy you brought that up because literally up here in Atlanta, my partner from Mobile just sent me a newspaper article with a woman that's our age that we knew growing up that just got busted for sex trafficking a little girl. I showed you that, didn't I, Ronnie?
Yeah. Showed it to me, yeah.
Yeah, she just got busted. A 14-year-old girl missing for 7 weeks, and she was up here getting pimped on by a woman and 2 dudes. And it's all type of horrible charges associated with that. So, you know, it a lot of times it is women that are leading other women into that. Somebody brought up this the other day on something I was listening to when they were talking about Maya Angelou being on the quarter. And, you know, of course, it came up that she was a prostitute. So, you know, they were going down that rabbit hole, right? But somebody said, no, she was a madam. And like that made it better. So, okay, so she was the trafficker? She was the one pimping chicks?
She was the boss.
Yeah, no, that's not a boss. That
hey,
she was a human trafficker.
But that's what they meant. That's the light that they was trying to bring. Like she wasn't giving up her body. She was, you know, the top of the.
She was making other women give up their body before she beat that ass.
She was the top of the food chain.
Joe Brown said Tina Turner was a madam.
What he called her? Damn. She was a bottom bitch or something. What he called her? He said she was the bottom bitch.
Joe Brown said Tina Turner was pimping.
He did.
And when Ike found her, Ike saved her from pimping.
Ike saved Tina from pimping.
Joe Brown said she was beating them all ass.
But people have vouched for what he said. People that knew her, older people have said what he said was true, that she was like that.
Yeah, I mean, and Maya Angelou said that in her book, if I'm not mistaken. And she
about
had
Tina?
No, I'm talking about her being a prostitute.
Okay. We're talking about Tina Turner, though. Yeah, but Maya Angelou, yeah. I'm surprised at Maya, though.
Nah, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. But
maybe that's where she got her strength from.
Hey, but I'll say this, man. After all that pussy sold, you made it on the back of a quarter.
It paid off, literally, right? It paid off.
Now, Pete game, the white women and the Indian women that they putting on the back of the quarters also, they ain't have to sell it. Rest in peace, Maya Angelou, man. I'm just being facetious, man. Still I rise. Speaking of rise, the price of pussy then rose.
It ain't $40 no more, Mike.
I think that shit like $45.99 now.
What can you do with $40 though? It's nothing I can do with $40. Why was it ever $40?
Man, I don't know where that came from. That shit was funny though.
No, seriously, they say that's what men say prostitutes charge $40.
I think it's because they probably
see. Well, hey, Ronnie, but Ronnie, check this out though. When they work at places like, if I work at, they make their own price.
Okay,
you know okay. Sometimes it be $40, sometimes it be $100.
What makes the difference? I wonder.
Or some shit to get all pussy. I'm just trying to speed it up.
Hey, I don't know if any of y'all watched the Willie Williams show on YouTube. Anybody watch Willie Williams?
I don't watch it. I'm gonna have to check it out.
I used to watch it. It's on YouTube now, or you mean like some of the reruns?
Okay. No, on YouTube. He just had a show he did the other day. A mother took her daughter to go turn a trick with a 14-year-old boy.
Oh,
you
my
said
God.
Wendy Williams?
No, Willie Williams.
Yes, Willie Williams.
Oh, I never saw it. I gotta look him up. I don't know who. I'm not familiar.
The other day, where in Florida, a grown woman took her daughter to go turn a trick with a 14-year-old boy, and they were charging the little boy $400. I'm like, where the hell the little 14-year-old boy get $400 to buy some coochie?
Man, he's probably building ghost guns like that little nigga up here in Douglasville. 13 years old building ghost guns, thousands of dollars in his pocket.
They ended up charging the mother as well. They put the mother in handcuffs and the daughter.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
How old was the daughter?
Hey, let me tell y'all something, man.
How old was the daughter? Hold on one sec, Sean. How old was the daughter?
Yeah.
I would say in her early 20s.
Oh my God.
Oh, so she knew better. Her and her mama both knew better. That's
so they was on the child molestation tip. Yeah. Go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, they got some charges, bro.
The virtuous woman is becoming an endangered species, man.
Oh yeah, the virtuous woman. You see the old girl with the pussy puppet was the virtuous woman on that little panel, because she was just shamed when the girl said that she had put the little puppet down and put her hands on her head and just sighed in disappointment.
She wasn't expecting anybody to speak up. She thought she had the upper hand.
Mike running, boy from daddy. Come on, man. Women like that, women that talk like that, them be the freakiest ones, man.
Yeah, I was thinking that in my mind. She's saying all that, but
yeah,
that's when I said she wants somebody to say that to her.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what though? If women keep listening to that message that pussy is power, that's what's messing their head up. Yes, a woman's vagina do got a little bit of power. I'm gonna keep it real, but it's not the most powerful thing on this world.
And I wish they would stop saying prostitution was the first profession. I wish they would stop saying that. Like, I wish people would stop saying that, period. Who made the money to pay the first hoe?
Well, maybe it was the first profession that women did on their own. The first self-employment for women.
Right. It was
self-employment.
It may be in the first profession for women, but it couldn't have possibly been the first profession.
First
somebody was
self-employment.
doing something to make some money to pay for the first piece.
I don't think they were doing it for money. I think it was for services.
Goats.
Yeah, they probably when they paying money.
Yeah.
They probably bartering. Yeah, I'll give you 2 goats.
Goats.
I'll give you 2 goats and a chicken.
For some throat. So I give you 2 goats for some throat.
You build me a shed. You fix up at my house.
Maybe a free fish.
Yeah.
Or some of your fish.
A fish for some fish.
Yeah.
I'm not.
A piece of fish and 5 loaves of bread. Like
yeah.
Jesus. You know
We're gonna feed 5,000 with this motherfucker. Who started pimping? That was the pimp. The pimp, like, yo, we finna feed 5,000. $40 a piece. That's like, oh man, that's like 20 racks.
The first all you can eat buffet.
Oh gosh, man. Look, man. So, Jim Jones, child molested, son, husband.
His mom tried to come out and rectify what she had done, but I just didn't want to listen to it.
Hey, can we not use that word?
What, mom or rectify?
No, rectify.
She tried to make excuses. She tried to make excuses, but her excuse sounded a lot like his because he said she was 17 when she had me, and it sounded like what she was about to say. I was a kid, you know.
When I had him.
But you was about 18. You was about 20 something when you taught him how to kiss, because I know you didn't teach him how to kiss when he was 1 year old. So by the time he made it of age, you should have known better.
I've always wondered though, and this may be a bad question. But any women out there that are breastfed, do you get sexual pleasure from that? Does that feel sexual?
Not for me, but I know a lot of people. I know people are letting their kids. I've seen kids be like 7 years old still breastfeeding, and I find that to be child abuse. Because why is a 7-year-old that's already in kindergarten still nibbling on your breast?
Nigga,
that's sick, and it should be against the law.
Nigga, you suck your titties. You know,
even too. You're
not nourishing yourself after 2.
I mean, I find 2 to be too old because when them teeth start cutting, 18 months, 2 years old, to me that's still too old. When they start cutting teeth, I think it's time to let the nipple go.
Yeah, bite that joint harder,
harder. I'm not. I am not.
Oh shit, man! I'm sorry.
Hey,
I had to have this.
Imagine if they got nipple piercings. The breast milk takes
Oh yeah, that shit gonna taste like dimes and nickels. Nickels and dimes.
If you're old enough to eat table food, you don't need to breastfeed anymore. Once you start getting baby food at like 9 or 10 months, I think you can come off the breast. You don't have to wait until they're 1 or 2.
Oh yeah, French fry grease all on the titties. Yeah, nah.
Because you really just want them to get those antibodies. So if you do it for a month, that's good.
Right. And if you're smoking weed, don't talk about you're gonna be breastfeeding.
Please don't.
Don't say you're gonna go smoking the wacky backy. Like the white folks say, smoking the wacky backy.
Wacky backy.
Man, this has been a great conversation tonight, man. I blew off some steam tonight, man. I appreciate y'all fellas for calling. Yeah, I appreciate y'all fellas for calling. Single father, man. Good to have you on, man. Good to have you on.
Hey, man, shout out to Dallas, man. Plano, Texas, dog.
Plano.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Little Elm, Texas, too, out there in Dallas, man. I got some folks out there in Dallas. So, yeah, shout out to Dallas, Texas.
Plano ain't nothing but like 30 minutes from the crib.
I heard Plano's where it's at right now. I heard Plano popping.
Plano very well.
I heard Plano popping, man.
Bro, that's where the money is.
Yeah, that's
where the money is out here in Dallas, man. Frisco, where the Cowboys practice stadium is.
Yeah,
that's where you balling, got some money, your brother, and you want to live good, man. You go out there to Plano, Allen, Frisco.
Okay.
Yeah, where all the Cowboys players live.
They say the Soto. They say the Soto.
Soto cool too.
Okay, then.
Yeah, there's a lot of like black families like doing their thing out in DeSoto. Nice houses, nice areas.
Cool. Shout out. I'm going to come out and visit, man.
Shout out to the homie Derrick James.
Derrick James?
Yeah, shout out to the homie Derrick James, Oak Cliff, where Oak Cliff boxing, man.
Oh, okay. Shout out, man. Oak
Man,
Cliff.
What you know about Oak Cliff, man?
Hey, he said, what you know about Oak Cliff, man?
Man, come on. What you know about the Harry, man? What you know about
I got my first Dion jersey. I got my first Dion jersey at Harry Hines, dog. And I been to Oak Cliff to go to Derrick James gym, gym, do some sparring, man. I get paid to spar Earl, but I'm gonna get in that with him one day.
Oh yeah, Earl Spence, man, the OG out of Oak Cliff.
Absolutely.
That's big dog around here.
Absolutely. Man, I appreciate you, brothers. I appreciate y'all, man. We're gonna go and call it quits for the night, man. We done talked about these pervs tonight. I know Minister Jap usually be talking about them, man, but hey, I had to jump in on that. Let me get a piece too, man. Let me get a piece too. It's a heavy system that's upside down, and we have to turn it back on the right side. My buddy asked me the other day, what do you think about black unity? What does black unity look like to you? And I said black unity looks like order, first and foremost. You can't have unity unless you have a sense of order. You know, it's like a basketball team. It's like a football team. Everybody has a part to play.
Right.
You know, but that has to be in order underneath a coach, a coaching staff. And, you know, that could be anybody. That we're not going to sit up and say elders. It could be youngsters that teach us what to do that can help us get out of this. But
that's right.
We got to start talking and calling out this shit that's wrong in this society, especially when they try to attach our face to it. And I'm just not going to accept that. Michelle Hope, take your shit, you know, to somebody else. Take your shit over your theory over to somebody else. But you could take that off of black folks. Because ain't nobody talking, I'm gonna murder the pussy. I'm gonna shoot the pussy up.
I ain't never said that. I ain't never
said no shit like that, man.
I ain't never said that.
Yeah. That's like some lame fresh and fit type shit bitches say to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
What she said, she gonna shoot up the club?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot up the club. You don't tell nobody you're gonna shoot up the club, nigga. You just shoot.
Like I said, that's some young nigga shit.
She'd be like, did you just shoot up the club? Then you lie. You say no.
Nah, stop blank.
Man, I appreciate y'all for joining, man. Peace out, fellas.
For sure,
man. Peace to you.
All right, man.
All right, brother.
Where was Matriarch? She was quiet tonight.
Yeah,
I wonder if she's still with
quiet.
us.
Man, I don't think she was with us the whole time, man. Matriarch.
Oh, okay, maybe not.
I don't like what they talking about, man. We finna go on bounce out. Matriarch, if you're still out there, shout out in the comments. Shout out in the comments. Like I said, man, I love my black people, man. I love my sisters. You know what I'm saying? I love my brothers. But we gotta figure this thing out. We gotta figure it out, and we have to combat this assault on our culture. I know this isn't everybody. Every woman out here isn't embracing whole culture. Everybody ain't out here stripping in public or twerking on tables in restaurants. So why is the majority so silent? I'm gonna wake y'all up this year. Ronnie, any last words for the crowd tonight?
I just want to say personally, I don't find masturbation to be a bad thing. I don't find it to be a sick thing, but I do think it's too much. It's too, I'm not going to say represented, but I'm going to say it's too present on social media, because that used to be the kind of thing that was private. People didn't discuss that. Now I think people are just making it too big of a deal. I think that kind of stuff should be private.
Do you think it's too many masturbatory devices
yes.
out here?
Yes, I do.
Do you think that like even the fact of like even if you go with the I'm finding out myself and learning myself, you know, I
don't think all those toys are necessary.
For toys, I mean, are you really learning your body when you hook up a machine or get a drill that be like?
No.
I mean, are you really learning yourself, or are you actually just really ruining yourself? And perhaps making it really hard to have a fulfilling sex life with a person.
That's what it does. It really does.
Yeah, because I seen drills and it's all type of crazy shit out here, man. It's all type of crazy shit out here. Like, it's going down on social media.
Yeah, I think
it's going down on social media. So
it's kind of to the point where it's almost embarrassing that people are feel so liberated enough to speak on it so often.
Right. As opposed to just doing it. Do like Nike, man. Do like Nike. Man.
Right.
Hey, fire all unvaccinated employees and just do it.
Because people used to be ashamed of stuff like that. Like, people used to hide vibrators and stuff in the closet, underneath stuff, all over the place. Now people on social media talking, look what I got.
Right.
I just think it's like,
yeah, you might walk in somebody's house, that shit be on the floor in the kitchen.
Yeah, I think that's overkill. I mean, I know it's money to be made because there's like a sex industry. That's their culture, but they can make the money without everybody talking about, I got this toy.
Right. Rebel Tom in the building, man. Happy New Year. Tom Underwood, Rebel Health Coach. Tom, in the comments, is it healthy to masturbate? How much masturbation is healthy? And if so, is that with devices or without devices? He's a health coach, y'all. Don't worry. He's professional here. Hopefully he answers soon. What up, Tom? Word up. Happy New Year to you, Tom, man. I need to get Tom. We need to get Tom back on the show because Tom was actually my first guest of last year. So like you were my first guest of this year. Tom was my first guest of last year on the show. So we got to definitely get him back on. My cousin enjoyed that one because we were a little bit calm. Was it? No. Was he my first guest of last year? Yeah. Hey, Tom said, of course, it's natural. Just not connected to a drill, right? Like a chain there.
That's too much stimulation.
Hey, man,
too much stimulation is annoying.
People breaking out Sanders. They breaking out jigsaws. There's all type of shit going on. But hey, I appreciate you for joining me tonight, Ronnie. I appreciate you for having the conversation, man. A lot of people aren't down to have this conversation, but we need to make it less taboo.
Right. Yes, we do.
We need to make it less taboo because we can't call out. Like I said, you can't have your kids having more adult conversations than adults are having.
Right.
And we're getting to the point where we don't like to talk to each other. Oh, no, don't say that. Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, no. This and that. Now we got to start communicating. We got to start putting it.
That's right.
So we'll see y'all next week. And we're going to do the positive affirmations next Thursday.
Okay, that works.
Yeah, I gotta get my knowledge up on it. I don't know it. So I'm gonna have to listen to some stuff and read some stuff. Can you send me some stuff?
Yeah, I'm gonna send you this one thing that I watched on Netflix. It was really good. I gotta look it up in my previously watched because I can't think of the name of it, but I know it when I see it.
Okay. Yeah, send that to me so I can go ahead and try to do the Cliff Notes, Cliff Note approach. Yeah, so I can at least sound like I know halfway what I'm talking about.
All right, that makes sense.
I may have more questions. That's probably what's going to be, just a bunch of questions. So you're pretty versed in this, so I'm a rock with you. I'm following your lead on it.
Sounds good to me.
Ronnie, we love you, man.
Love you guys too. Y'all have a good night.
Good night now. Good night. Ronnie in the building. Ronnie in the building. Lovely Ronnie Ledoux. This is your boy Big Mike, man. I think I'm getting ready to peel up out of here myself. And I appreciate y'all for joining the show tonight. Catch us. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. We need more subscribers, man. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So hit the like button, share, and subscribe. This is your boy, the Big Mike, and this has been the Big Mike Drop.